Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on. Good evening. It is Wednesday, the 10th day of April. Joining us very soon. The major breaking headline of the night: Iran has announced to the federal or the international authorities that monitor safe air travel that their airspace over Tehran is going to be closed for quote unquote military drills. So, again, Iranian airspace over Tehran is going to be quote unquote military drills. So, we'll see if something happens over the next 48 hours, as we've anticipated Iran striking back at Israel after Israel basically leveled the embassy, Iranian embassy in Damascus, not in Damascus, but in Syria. So, headline of the night, and it's kind of breaking, and we'll see where that goes. Again, Chris is going to be joining us. We'll discuss what's going on kind of around the world a little bit, focused on Haiti. The eclipse happened Monday. I had probably the absolute worst live stream on the day of the great American eclipse. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, except for the fact that it was incredible. It was, I don't know, it was magnificent. It was awe-inspiring to be, and I got a great still shot. I did get a great still shot with my conventional camera, but it was just amazing to see it go from daylight to start to get a little bit more toward dusk, and then suddenly go black and stay dark for a few minutes. It was mesmerizing. I forgot everything I planned on doing, except for taking a few still shots. And it was I was trying to do too many things at once, but nonetheless, it was magnificent. It was also, as I said, I didn't think anything was going to happen other than an eclipse. If it was a biblical event, it would be a sign, and 40 days from the eclipse is when things would happen. You'd have 40 days to repent. So we'll see how that plays out. So what's next now that the eclipse is over? Well, the movie Civil War by A24 production company will come out on Friday nationwide. There's going to be it will be in select theaters tomorrow, and I'm going to try to go to one of those select theaters tomorrow and preview this movie for you. If you aren't, I may be on tomorrow night with just a review without any spoilers or anything. Just let you know about the movie if I do go and see it. My concern is, of course, it's the potential for stoking violence will be there with this movie, and I mean, violence is all over our country. This could just stoke it more and more organized fashion. Locusts are going to be coming. The two broods of cicadas, katydids, locusts, whatever you want to call them. The bugs that are about 4 inches long and just devour any and all vegetation. They're going to be coming. as far as what's next after the eclipse. Of course, I did a 1 minute short the other day on the announcement to local law enforcement from the FBI and Department of Homeland Security about imminent plans for some kind of terrorist activities being behind that particular threat. That has not happened yet. Of course, when we back the first week of March, we talked about the same kind of thing, that there was that United States intelligence issued to Russia and to American citizens in Russia through the embassy, that there was an imminent terrorist, and again they said within 48 hours. Well, I think it was 10 days, I believe. It was 10 days after that announcement that the attack finally did occur. So let's not forget that announcement's out there, and hope that nothing happens. At their peak and prevents anything and everything, but it's not always how it works. Trump's trials are coming up Monday of this coming Monday will be the beginning of jury selection. So depending on how long that takes, the actual jury trial will be set sometime after the jury has been selected. Of course, in case you're just joining us, thanks for clicking on. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thank you, True. I've got that on the list here. Actually, earlier today I was talking, and I should have referenced it when I was talking about a lot of random violence. There was a in Philadelphia today, and 5 people were arrested. Shoot up, and it's just another example of where we could be heading as a country. I really hope it's not that situation, but so Israel again be happening now that the eclipse is over. All these other things, they weren't like waiting for the eclipse or anything. It's just the focus was on the eclipse. These are things that are going to be coming down the pipeline, that will end up taking our focus. Israel, Netanyahu's under tremendous pressure to resign in Israel from Israeli citizens. He's not going to do that. He date and a plan set for Israeli forces to enter Rafah, the last remaining area where Palestinian refugees are, and we will see if Iran takes some action to detour that, since they have closed their airspace, or if Iran waits and their actions on what the next actions of Israel are. Following in the same pipeline, we're going to have a pandemic. It's going to be bird flu, N1H1. It sure looks like it's being set up to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just telling you the things that I see. Unfortunately, I mean, if you pay attention to the show, you know about BRICS. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India was the original partner, still a monetary partner. Um, China for the C, and South Africa for the S to make up the BRICS. Iran is um, a lot of other countries have come on board, and they are trying to sabotage United States currency. Um, if they are successful, there will be a financial collapse, and similar to the Black Friday in right before World War II, that led to the Great Depression. And once we are at that state, invasion of our country would be, and if the invasion is to come from within, then there are signs that has advanced as well. So, wanted to kind of run down everything because I've had people asking me, okay, what comes next? So there we go. That's what I think comes next. And Chris has popped in. Hi, Chris. How are you, man?
Hey Barry, how are you this evening? How's everyone in the audience? Yeah, Barry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Saying how are you?
I'm all
And
right, man. I
good.
got I got my results back from the blood work from the doctor, and it doesn't look like the cancer is spread anywhere.
Good.
So
That's good.
yeah, yeah. So that's been a concern for a little bit, but knowing that is got to say hi real quick to peace, love, and sunshine. Shalom to True, not going away, and everybody watching. Thank you all, and those watching at your convenience. Thank you for watching, and hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification, and if you're watching at your convenience, feel free to leave a comment in the comments below. If you're watching live, feel free to hop in the chat. All that being said and taken care of, now let's jump in, Chris. Um,
All right. So, uh, latest and greatest. Well, I told you, I think last time, there's pretty much a lull, in what they were doing. So, I think, and I kind of I've been thinking about this for like the longest time about how Louisiana has gotten those uh, other community leaders together, right? The other community leaders, power brokers, community organizers together, right? And for them to be on anti-crime, to me, and anti-oligarch, and targeting the oligarchs. My question is, who is helping him? Okay, who's sponsoring him? Because you know, if they're not
is that what you're saying? Is that what you're
right,
asking? Who's backing?
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so to me, like I said, somebody's obviously backing this guy, and he's got to have enough money spread around to pay off the other community leaders to keep everyone together. Because just word of mouth and them coming together is not going to help them eat. You see, these.
Do you think? Do you
I,
do you think they are all together? Do you think all the or all the community
I think
leaders are together?
I,
Do you
I,
think
I
that
think
they're all united behind Sarazay? Because I've
right.
got a
So
video coming up here.
I think they made a pact. You know, um, they're not going to do any violence. No, anti-crime, no anti-kidnapping thing. So um, they are, but the thing about it is words enough isn't going to help them. You have to have that money spread around. So because if they're not doing crime, that's a loss of money. You see,
Yeah.
so you
Okay.
have to get that money back, and how are you getting that money back if you're not doing criminal activity?
The reason I asked if they were all united behind Sherzeh, and that this is um, that this is peaceful. That not that this is peaceful, but that this is an anti-crime movement. It's a movement to um, for self-determination of the Haitian people. But let me pull this up. This came out this and this may be just a way of damning the Haitian people, or it may be that this guy's out on his own. Uh, but this is a Haitian gang leader making music video bragging about the police officers they murdered, the women they raped, and the innocent people they murdered. Um, and I think this guy's name is
Ezo. That's Ezo.
Ezo. Okay, that's Ezo. This is the guy that allegedly kidnapped the YouTuber, right?
No,
Guy?
that's a totally different guy. Totally different guy.
Okay. All right. By the way, I have heard that was all faked. That there was no actual kidnapping. That it was all staged as part of a movie. So we'll see how that plays out. And in the meantime, I want to play this. And I think, are they speaking Creole here, Chris?
Son adjab moi c'est là m'prend plaisir gang se vim yo kou même bak tirer balle pour grand merci sous la
Holy smokes, that was loud.
Christou paix pour artiste m'pral tirer son liste m'fait crime pour jouer nèg kou m'pa jouer nèg kou m'pa kamel l'm fâché m'fait sonner à kamwe.
Okay, I can't play too much of it. I do not want to get a copyright strike, but is that Creole?
That is Creole. It sure as heck isn't French. I can tell you that much.
It's not French.
So it can only be Creole. That's the only two languages they speak.
Okay. Yeah, it's not French. It's not Spanish.
Nope.
Okay. And again, this is a video that came out today. It kind of in the intelligence areas, it's getting spread around. So, is this just some guy trying to get clicks and likes, or because he's rapping about killing the police, killing innocent people, and raping women, and getting celebrated for it? So, what are we to take from all this?
I think a lot of it is, could we say, I guess he's recruiting, right? A lot of people are poor in Haiti, and they're looking for a come up. Okay, so if this guy is, advertising this, and he can recruit more people to make his, I guess his organization bigger, then why not do it? Okay, why not do it? Now, what they're saying on there is, they might do that stuff. They really might, But when it's really hard, like when you're not working and you don't have the thing that you want, then sometimes advertisements like that look really good. You see?
Yeah. And I also have reports as to be expected, a big increase in people trying to get out of Haiti and into the Dominican Republic.
Well, yeah, I mean that's always been that. Like
Right.
when I lived in the Dominican Republic, that was normal. You see, that was always the norm, but
Yeah.
that hasn't changed at all. So,
Okay.
yeah, but that whole Ezo thing, Yeah, that's a little bit of, that's kind of like a recruitment tool, you know, to bring people on.
And there's so much going on in the world and in the country, the mainstream media, or and if the mainstream media isn't focused on it, then there's no reason for the
Right,
government to be
right.
focused on it. So Haiti's kind of fallen down the level of priority, but we're going to keep track of what's going on down there.
Yep. So
All right, let's
the other,
move.
yeah. So the last thing I kind of want to say is,
Okay.
like they come out and that's kind of like giving him a little bit more limelight. You see, and Ezo's young, real young. He's only like 26. And Cerisier is like 47. So all this extra stuff might, hopefully, it won't go to his head. You see, because what they're going to do is they're going to try to split him up.
Yeah.
Because what they're going to do is try to split him up.
And right, and that would, I mean, this is a they've been handed a
Right.
perfect opportunity to pit them against each other by saying, how can you say you're anti-crime and you're pro um, self-determination when one of your lieutenants has a video bragging about? I mean, it's bad optics, and it's easy to because of it.
Right. So that's one way to pit one one organization against another. You see? And
Yeah,
that's what the whole thing is, for them to stay together. You see? But when he comes out with stuff like that, then it just makes for it just makes it really bad for Cherizier. Just like, oh, look, this is what you guys are doing. Oh, this is all bad. So I think there'll probably be a phone call between Cherizier and maybe some other organizational leaders. Be like, hey, dude, tone it down. You know, we don't want we don't want that. We don't need that type of heat. You know, just don't.
yeah,
If you do that stuff, keep it low key. Yeah, we can recruit. We need people, but I don't want to see that stuff. You see, but that's that young boy stuff, going out and acting like that instead of being a true soldier and not doing some stuff like that.
yeah. Instead of look,
Exactly. Exactly.
all right, I'm going to try to keep it short tonight, so hopefully, we'll get a few more viewers than we do when we end up going like an hour and a half, which we will on Friday. Uh, we'll have we'll see if we can get some people up here with us on Friday. Um, Iran has announced they're closing the airspace over Tehran for what they're calling military drills. What what signal does that give to you?
Either they're being serious, right, and they're actually getting ready to do something, or they're playing psychological games with people. One or the other.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Because basically, Russia did the same thing right before going in. They announced a no-fly zone over that corridor. So
Right. So we'll just wait and see
we'll just wait
what
and see.
actually comes. Yep.
All right. The other thing, Israel going into Gaza or going into Rafah.
And they said they're definitely going to do that. So, like I
That's what
said,
Netanyahu said. Netanyahu said that the plans had been set and the date had been picked.
so like I said, they're really trying to turn everyone against them. They really are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So,
And
Egypt, Egypt's going to get into it. Just watch. They have no choice.
yeah, especially if Israel's plans is to push all the Palestinians. Um,
Exactly.
I mean, Hamas has come out and said, we had to, we couldn't satisfy the ceasefire because the 40 hostages that Israel wanted are probably dead, and most of the hostages, if not all of them, are probably
For what?
dead.
In Israel?
In Gaza, the Israeli hostages.
Yeah. So if they probably are dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you look at Gaza, the amount of bombs and missiles that Gaza has absorbed. If you look at a before and after, there's a few of them online, a before and after of what Gaza looked like. Decimated. So it's not hard to believe that that the hostages didn't survive. Will this news coming out, because I heard it like a day ago, that Hamas can't release the hostages because they're dead. Will this change Israeli sentiment towards what's happening?
Well, if that's the truth, then Hamas has no bargaining chips left. You see?
Yeah.
What bargaining chips do you have left? None. So Israel can do exactly what they want now.
And Israel has been kind of on the down low, also cleansing, if you will, East Palestine and the West Bank.
Right.
Right. All Palestinians everywhere.
Exactly. And like when this first happened, I think we really talked about that for maybe about the first month or so.
Yeah, we did.
And what they were trying to do in the West Bank and what they were trying to do in Gaza. And we talk about Zionist ideology, okay, what the Irgun did back in the late 30s and into the 40s, right, which was pretty much to get rid of the Palestinians and the British mandate. And all the Likud party is today is nothing but the Irgun. So that's the political side. The military side, was all absorbed into, the Israeli Defense Forces. But the political side became what was at first it was Irgun, then it went to Harut, and then it became the Likud party, which is now the party.
As far as the name of the
right, which is now the party of Netanyahu, and you can see what they're doing. So it really is just the Irgun in 2024. That's all it is.
Okay. With all this being said, and if Israel does indeed, if the IDF does indeed remove the Palestine, I would think the next act would be to remove Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock.
That could be. Israel's trying to provoke a lot of stuff, as you can see, right? Israel is really trying to provoke a lot of things.
They've got the red heifer. They've got an altar built. They're ready to burn the red heifer to use the ashes to purify the tools to construct the third temple. They can't construct the third temple as long as Al-Aqsa and the Dome of the Rock
that's
are
where
there.
The third temple is going to be built. So they have to do something, and it most likely is to knock off the Dome of the Rock, and that's going to really cause.
And that sets off. But I see that potentially coming.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. And when that happens, Oh, buddy, you want to talk about the shit hitting the
Yeah.
fan? Well, the shit's really gonna hit the fan. You're gonna have the whole Muslim world come down on Israel. Just watch.
Okay, one final thing to touch on with you, man. Um, the movie Civil War comes out, wide release all over the country, April 12th, the anniversary of the um, beginning of the Civil War,
Right?
war between the states, the war to end slavery, the war to end states' rights, whatever terms that are politically correct to each people. The potential of stoking violence is within this film
Oh,
potentially.
always, always. But like I said, a lot of times people come out and talk. The people that talk the most aren't going to do anything. I can tell you that right now, and it's been proven. Okay? So the people that keep their mouth shut, yeah, be concerned. Well, here's the thing: you would never know.
Right.
You would never know. But like I said, the people that come out and talk about, yeah, we're going to do this, they're not going to do anything. That's they are no threat. They're really not. So,
Okay. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching the antics of our House of Representatives, primarily the Republican side of the aisle, uh, over the next few days, and see what the rhetoric is following this movie. So, um, you can you?
Friday night, sure, sure.
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
around
All
Friday
right.
night.
All right. We'll do it Friday night at 9, and we'll leave the link up. And if anybody wants to join us during during the conversation, or after we get done with what we do, anybody wants to join us, we'll have some questions and conversation.
For sure. Sounds
All
good,
right.
man.
All
All right,
right. Talk to you soon, man.
sure.
And again, thank you all for joining, and I hope you'll be with us Monday night at 9. Again, I may be on tomorrow night. I may do a recorded thing. I may come on live and do a Q&A. I don't know. It depends, one, if I see the movie, and two, how I feel, and you know, um, reaction may not be in the cards. And I've got another video that I've been tossing back and forth about where to share or not, and it's starting. I have a feeling that it will soon be okay to share. It's an undercover. It's a video of an undercover former FBI and current CIA agent, and some of the things he talks about is and I don't know if it would pass community standards. So I've been delaying on playing that. I may do that tomorrow night with a review of 1776 Restoration Movement. Why did that come into my head? With a review of Civil War. I hope that wasn't some kind of Freudian thing. So again, the eclipse is over. There was no major events. If any, we will see earthquakes start in the area of the path. If they used it, they're testing these things out. The laser beam thing in Maui and in Chile and eventually in Texas. The they're getting ready for World War III, or the United States to be the dominant one and the others to be destroyed. And in order to do those, they need big weapons. And these direct energy weapons, you can't imagine the potential that damage these could do. And they've got to test them. They've got to dial them in. So if there was such a thing, look for, small earthquake, the former path rather, of the eclipse. I don't anticipate it, but that's what we would be looking for. And again, what we're looking for next, Civil War movie coming out on Friday, and I'm going to try to see it tomorrow, and again, maybe give you a review on it. So, with all that being said, let me hop over to the chat. And Thin Blue, thank you for joining. Jerome Gorman, do you think Trump will do time? I do not. I don't think he will. Unless he does something. I mean, with everything he's done to show contempt of the various courts, and inclusive of the judiciary's family, and he hasn't yet. So I don't know, what else he could do unless he does something inside the court itself, where they lock him up for 3 days or something. I don't think he will serve time. Despite the fact that a lot of people think he should have been in jail already. So no, but thanks for the question. I also don't think he's going to be president, and I don't think Joe Biden's going to be president. I've felt that for a long time, been talking about it for a while. I've laid out how I kind of see it playing out on the Democrat side. Because today Biden came out and said we needed to pass a bill so that the war wouldn't escalate in Vietnam. Yeah. They're going to try to get Biden, they're going to try to keep Biden propped up until after the Democrat committee, or after the Democrat convention in Chicago, which will be a wild thing. I've thought about trying to get press credentials for it, using some connections, but I don't know if I want to be up there, because the potential for violence. And check out footage of the Democratic National the convention in 1968, also in Chicago. They're going to prop up Biden until then. He'll get the nomination, and then shortly after, he'll not be able to carry out the duties. And the reason they've got to get past the convention is, once that happens, it's totally out of the people's hands. The Democratic National Committee will appoint the representative of the party to run for that office, and that person will appoint their own vice president, so that both Biden and Harris are not on the ballot. Nobody can see Kamala Harris as a commander-in-chief, and we're heading to World War III. So that's what's going to happen on the Democrat side. The Republican side, Trump will not be on the ballot one way or the other. Either he will be in jail to remove him and replace him, which the MAGA people will set their hair on fire if that were to happen, but the traditional Republicans will push that with the help of the Democrats to make sure all of that happens. Trump's not going to be on the ballot, and it's going to get to the point that they're going to put him away one way or the other, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I hope I'm wrong about all this rainbow sunshines and lollipops, and people are pooping snow cones out of their butt. But none of those things are going to happen. All right. Thanks for clicking on. Thanks for tuning in. The opinions are mine and mine alone, and they're just based off of what I see potentially happening and hope it doesn't. Until Friday night for sure, and possibly tomorrow night, until the next time. It is a dark. Try to be positive. It's tough. I love y'all like chocolate chip cookies. I mean that sincerely. As it scrolls along, if you'd like to help the show, American Doofus, Cashapp, $ American Doofus. If you'd like to email, it is americandufus@gmail.com. And please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we'll see you coming up here real soon. Love y'all. Thanks for your time.